Good morning, Sunday morning, and this is Steve Gladys. And I wanted to share a book that's out there that many of you may have heard of. Certainly, you've probably heard of the author, Brene Brown. Brene is famous for her work on vulnerability. She has a TED Talk that's been seen by, she has several, I think, now, but she has an initial TED Talk that's been seen by millions. And the whole essence of her book, Dare to Lead, is around vulnerability, that real leadership is about people who are leaders who are vulnerable, open, and willing to make mistakes, and admit they're wrong when they make those mistakes, not people who are blaming others or boasting about how great they are. It's really the opposite of that. And vulnerability is really seen as courage when a leader says, hey, I made a mistake and I want to fix it, and is vulnerable, the fact that he's errorful, then we tend to actually see that as courage, not as weakness. Great leaders who have courage also solicit feedback from other people. They learn how to fail and fail well and fail fast. Not fail well that they want to fail over and over again, but to fail quickly and try something else. Jeff Bezos has taught us a lot about that. And it's the essence of his company. And then finally, the idea of perfectionism, that you got to give up perfectionism if you want to be a courageous leader, a vulnerable leader. Brene Brown talks about a couple of other things too that might be worth bringing in, and that is guilt and shame. Guilt is, according to her, I made a mistake. So we feel guilty about a mistake that we made. Shame is, I am a mistake. Shame is about a secret that we keep about ourselves because we don't believe we're worthy of being accepted by others. What keeps shame intact and growing, which is not what you want, but a secrecy, not talking about it, silence, and judgment. And what revises shame, or I should say what kills shame, is the idea of empathy. It cannot exist with empathy. The minute you speak it to other people and they say, I'm so sorry, how can I help, what can I do? And that's what great leaders do. They recognize those two things, and they recognize vulnerability as a strength and not a weakness. This is Steve Gladys. It's Sunday morning. Hope that you're well and you'll join us next week. Take care.